I got some bad news for Rhea Ripley haters out there. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm talking about because we are just right around the corner from WWE WrestleMania 40, where Rhea Ripley will step into the ring and compete in one of the biggest, baddest, most star-worthy women's match in recent memory, only fitting for a WrestleMania-type match. When Rhea Ripley defends the WWE Women's Championship, the Women's World Championship against Becky Lynch. It is going to pop off, y'all. Obviously, Becky Lynch, she earned this opportunity after winning the Women's Elimination Chamber match in Perth, Australia. Pretty cool. Ironically, the same event was headlined by Rhea Ripley, competing in her home country of Australia, where she defended successfully her Women's World Championship against Nia Jax in the main event. And I have looked at both of these women and the build-up in which WWE has done up to this upcoming match between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. And I think that it's going to go down in the history books as one of the biggest women's matches in history. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say that to get an emotion out of you. I say that because I believe it. And I'll tell you why. Rhea Ripley is in the peak of her reign as Women's World Champion. She is in the peak of doing the best work of her career. You go back to NXT UK, NXT, initially when she was on the main roster. Go back to 2020. Go back to 2021, even 2022. Look at Rhea Ripley where she was, the way she looked, the way she was booked, the way that she was used, the way that she worked, the confidence that she had in herself. And you compare it to who she is today, and it's night and day. It's a completely different person. It's a completely different performer. Go back to 2022. Go back to early 2023. Look at Becky Lynch. Look at where she came from. Even the latter part of 2021 after returning in August of that year to win the Women's Championship on SmackDown from Bianca Belair at SummerSlam. Look at where Becky Lynch has come from. She's come from, she returned as the man. She quickly turned into a heel. She was this wild, big-time Bex character that I absolutely did not like. I thought she was a knockoff, and badly at that, of her husband, Seth Rollins. I did not like that gimmick. It was a Vince McMahon decision. And slowly but surely, she transformed and she got out of that thanks to the leadership and the creative direction from Triple H. And now we are on this collision course. So what is this bad news that I have for Rhea Ripley haters? Well, I have heard, I've seen the comments that Rhea Ripley has not had a good title reign as Women's World Champion. And I strongly disagree. In 2023 alone, she had a record of 54-3 with one draw. Thus far this year, as a recording of this video, she is 9-0 in 2024. Think about that. That is truly remarkable. It's truly remarkable, y'all. She has held this championship for 363 days at the recording of this video. By the time the video goes out, she will surpass it. That is remarkable. So, when we talk about this women's title reign, let's talk about it. Is it really that bad? No, it's actually pretty good, considering who she was working with. So she feuded with Shotzi at a few house shows, right? She defended it on television. So let's go from here. First title defense, Backlash. Went over Zelina Vega in Puerto Rico. That match had a lot of fire. Go back and watch that match. Those fans were behind Zelina. They wanted her to win that match. Okay? Then she goes and works a house show loop with Zelina Vega and Tegan Nox and Natalya. Next title defense, July 3rd, She defended in a banger of a match with Natalya. They did a few house show loops. Then she goes down in NXT. She works with Laura Valkyria, the current NXT Women's Champion. Her next title defense, okay? Her next title defense comes at Payback in September against Raquel Rodriguez. And you know what? It was another banger of a match. These gals went 17 minutes, and it was really, really good. Okay? The next week on an episode of Monday Night Raw in Norfolk, Virginia, Rhea Ripley went over Raquel Rodriguez in 15 minutes. Another banger of a match. Okay? Just banger after banger. Then we go to Survivor Series. She works a decent match, I'll give you that, against Zoe Starks. Oh, I skipped over one. Earlier that month, she worked a fatal 5-way match. A fun match. She went over Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Starks at Crown Jewel in 11 minutes. Pretty fun match for a match that had some notable talent in there. Okay. Then everybody remembers the Maxine Dupree squash. Then everybody remembers her title defense against Ivy Nile on the January 1, 2024 episode of Monday Night Raw, right? Then we go to Perth, and she's worked out shows since. So where is this bad title reign at? Where is it? Look at the names in which I just read off. Would you call those elite stars? Would you call those main eventers? Would you call that elite of the elite? No. So, if you're working with a lesser talent, name-wise, but you're having exceptional matches, how does that exactly define as a bad title reign? Huh? I want to hear it. I'd love to hear that explanation, because I don't have one for you. So, Rhea Ripley, despite the criticism, despite the backlash among fans, she's in the peak of her career right now. And it's going to be very interesting to see where she goes from here after Mania. I did a previous video about that topic and go back and listen on the channel. But Rhea Ripley's not in a bad title reign. Look at the work in which she has done. Yes, she has been used very sparingly on television and at PLEs. But by God, when she steps into that squared circle, and when she takes the mic and she does a promo, she takes everyone's attention. She holds that attention, and then when she's done with their attention, she lets it go. And whenever she steps into the squared circle, whether it be at house shows, PLEs, television, or at WrestleMania 40, she